Hey, it's Ethan here at etrailer. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Kuat NV 2.0 Hitch Bike Rack and how it fits on our 2023 Tesla Model Y. The NV 2.0 is a two-bike platform-style bike rack capable of supporting two bikes up to 60 pounds. It's going to hold on to our bikes primarily with this front wheel hook here, as well as one strap down here at the bottom. So it's a secure hold, but it also doesn't make any frame contact. So if you want to get your carbon frame bikes on here, you can. Or if you really have a nice paint job, for any reason you want to avoid that frame contact, this is the way to do it. One of the earliest, nicest features that this rack offers is the ability for it to tilt away with the bike loaded up. So we'll show you that first. Coming down here, there's this handle that stores in between the trays. Not the easiest thing to get to, especially if you have another bike loaded up, but it does tilt pretty aggressively, and we have tons of room back there now. If we want to, we can open up the hatch. As you can see, there's no clearance issues at all, and it opens high enough that if I want to, I can come back down, sit, change my shoes before or after the ride if I want to, or get anything out of the back that I might need for the ride once we get there. Get that closed up, and we can tilt the rack back up as well. Just come down here, move up by the rack, you'll hear it click into place, and now we can work on getting the bike removed. To do that, we'll first start with this strap down here in the back on the back wheel. Just press this gray button to release the strap, pull that through. Now we'll hold on to the frame of our bike, and then we'll press this large button at the top of the wheel hook, pull that up, push that down as well, and we can get our bike up and off. I'll set this off to the side, and then we can take a closer look at some of the other features on the tray, as well as the cradles of the rack. Starting first with the fact that we do have an integrated cable lock. It stores right here on the front of the tray. It'll just connect back into itself after it goes around and through the frame of your bike and the tire. It's really nice that that just stores right on there. Get this closed up, and looking at this front cradle, we can see that there are a couple different grooves for different tire sizes. As it comes, it supports a 3-inch tire width, but it can support up to 5 inches with the included fat bike adapter. And back here, this strap does have the ability to slide up and down the tray to accommodate a maximum wheelbase of up to 50 inches. From here, we'll get a measurement so you can get an idea of what it's like to add this on to the back of your vehicle. Starting with that distance added from the bumper, we'll measure that, and that's going to come out to be just around 30.5 inches or so. So that's how much we're going to add in this position. As far as ground clearance goes, from the ground to this furthest point out, it's going to be about 22 inches. So it's got a nice rise, even though the Tesla Model Y sits a little bit low. It's still going to be high enough that I'm not going to be worried about it making contact or bottoming out. If we want to, though, we can save a little bit of that space. Just use that lever again that we used to tilt it away. Move it up and fold it towards our car. And it locks in place again. It doesn't sit that close, but I'll measure that after I get that distance added. So now from the bumper to the furthest point back, it's going to be about 12.5 inches, so we do save a good amount of space that way. The closest point to the back of the vehicle is still going to be about 2.25 inches. So there's not a ton of movement that way, and I'm not going to be worried about it making contact there either. As far as what the rack is covering on the back of the vehicle, you can see the bike repair stand does maybe obstruct your license plate a little bit, but if you're in another car higher up, you should probably be fine to see that. Your backup camera, unfortunately, is right here in the middle, so that's going to be pretty heavily blocked, but Tesla obviously has a lot of cameras on it, so you're going to find ways to see around that. But from here, we can actually take a closer look at the bike repair stand. It's a really unique feature that sets this rack apart. You just release this handle or lever, come up, pull the bike repair stand, and as you can see, it does come all the way out, so make sure you don't do that. But for our case, we'll just get it back to where it is in there snugly, tighten that up. We can release this knob. It opens up the jaws so you can put your bike in there, repair it before or after your ride if anything happens to your bike. So that's not a feature that's included on a ton of racks. It really sets this one apart. Now we can come down to the shank. So the rack does use a 2-inch shank that's going to fit into our 2-inch receiver tube. It's held in place by this pin with a lock on the other end that's going to be key-to-like to that cable lock we talked about earlier. It's all held in place by this anti-rattle knob here in the back, so it's tool-free, it's really easy to install, and it works really well. So overall, the Kuat NV 2.0 is a really premium option for you. It's got that look, it's got all those weight and features weight capacity and features that we talked about throughout the video. It's going to be a premium option like I mentioned, so if you want to check out something that works in a similar way but might be a little bit more affordable, you might want to check out something like the Rocky Mounts monorail. It works in the same way with that front wheel hook hold, and it's going to hold the bike in a similar manner, but again, it's just going to come in at a little bit more of an affordable price. If you like that bike repair stand and the Kuat design, this is still a really solid choice. This again was just a quick look at the Kuat NV 2.0 Hitch Bike Rack and how it fits on a 2023 Tesla Model Y.